How's it going, guys? YuGiOh Overdrive here with another video. It's like 12:10 at night. It's Monday morning. I thought I'd make a video about this. It's based off of what I've been doing on Dueling Network. I've been playing a deck that's going to be North American TCG legal on October 4th. That's the day the Legendary Collection 2 comes out. It's of Monster Mash, the deck that revolves around Gallus the Starbeast, Gen X Ally Birdman, and Kwakimeru Doom. This deck is, like, people are going to ride the bandwagon of Twilight. They're going to ride the dick of Twilight, this format, because of everything that's been released. 3 Judgment Dragons, 2 Trags, 2 Summoner Monks, 2 Gardenas, 3 Reapers. Just all that stuff. All that stuff is going to make people think that Twilight is going to be some awesome tier 0 deck, but it's not. Like, they're going to see that the deck is going to run into milling problems with having only 1 Lumina and having only 1 Charge of the Light Brigade. They're going to see that Judgment Dragon is going to clog their hand, and it's just not going to be useful. But I'd like to talk about this deck because this deck, at least the variant that I run of it, has an out and an answer to nearly every scenario. There is almost, when you're in top deck mode, there's almost no card that you can't draw that won't be of assistance to you in some way. Like, the deck got hit, the version of the deck that I run, which is the synchro version of it, got hit a little bit with the ban list. It got it lost 1 Debris Dragon and 1 Lone Fire, but it made up for that by getting BLS, yeah, secret rare. I picked this up for like $10 before it was legal. And they gained a Trag, which was really helpful, actually. So the version that I run, it has the basic engine of it, which revolves around getting an active Kwakimeru Doom, having a Birdman in your hand, and having a Gallus to reuse and recycle. So, if you guys don't know how the engine runs, I'm not going to explain it just yet. I'll probably link it to the YuGiOh so you guys can figure it out. But basically, it's an FTK. It's a burn FTK. Like the only it's like that and Exodia are the only FTK decks that are going to be available that I'm aware of, at least at the moment. But this one is just better because Exodia sucks. Exodia's a bad deck. Should never play it. But I'd like to talk about why this deck is going to win, essentially. Let's start with what the ban list did to help the deck. It gave it Blackluster Soldier and it gave it Trajodia. So it gave it a big-ass monster that can attack twice or be another Chaos Sorcerer. And it gave it a 2000 burn mill that can become an XYZ or Synchro Material monster of any level. Good stuff, right? I thought so. I enjoyed it. What else did it do? It brought back Heavy Storm. Thank you. This deck runs no spells and traps, and it also gave it triple MST, so that's 4 cards that have been eliminated from the main deck of your opponent that you don't have to worry about. Plus, they're going to mainboard 7 Tools. They're going to mainboard Dark Bribes. They may mainboard Dust Tornadoes. They're going to mainboard all that stuff because they're afraid of back rows. They're afraid of warnings. They're afraid of solemns. They're afraid of dim prisons. All that stuff that this deck doesn't have. So all of these things have been eliminated from your opponent's deck that have been of use. I've won countless games on Dueling Network because people play decks that just, oh yeah, let's make sure we get rid of your back row and touch everything that you own. But it also, they banned Royal Oppression, which was awesome because Royal Oppression was the only card that could negate Gallus's effect. Because Gallus's effect is a cost to reveal it and mill the top card of your deck. Just like Snipe Hunter, it doesn't have an effect saying it will be special summoned. It has an effect that says it can be, but there's a ruling for it, and warning cannot stop it. Solemn Judgment cannot stop it, because you have to stop the cost. Royal Oppression somehow, by some miracle, could. I don't know how exactly. Don't hate because I don't know. But no Royal Oppression. So good. It did lose, sadly. It lost Formula Synchron 2-1, and it lost Trishula 2-1. But that's not a big deal, since synchroing isn't the only thing this deck can do. Like, it also plays Samorg. Dark Samorg, because it runs 3 Tengus, it runs 3 Birdman, it runs a Spore, and a Titanial, plus God knows how many Dark Monsters. You got 3 Kaias, 3 Chaos Sorcerer, 3 Birdman, and then a bunch of others that I can't name right off the top. For Samorg, you've got 3 Cyber Dragons, 3 Raikos, a Lila for Chaos Sorcerer, and BLS. You have a BLS for Chaos Sorcerer if need be. But this deck just, it has outs. It draws into its own outs. I can't even explain how many times I've won games because when I've been in top deck mode. I got down to, I think, maybe 1,700 life points, and I had my opponent down to 400, and he was playing Scraps. He had a Scrap Dragon and a Setback Row that turned out to be a Bottomless Trap Hole. I was in top deck mode. I top decked a Gallus and milled a, I can't remember what I milled. I think I milled a Caius for game. Like, there was nothing. Nothing would have helped me there except for drawing that. I mean, I couldn't draw a Chaos Sorcerer. I didn't have a very active graveyard. But drawing late game into an active graveyard almost ensures that you're going to be able to play the card that you draw. Since it's all monsters, 41 card monster deck, 41 cards, I don't care what number you run. This deck just has monsters to play. It never runs out of monsters, but it does lose to Royal Tribute. Like, Royal Tribute eats its soul. I rage quitted against Gravekeepers because I got Royal Tributed first turn. It was saddening. But another thing about this deck is that you can plus a lot off of just these 2 cards. You don't need a Doom. You can Gallus once, get it on the field, Birdman for the effect, summon Birdman, get a Gallus, mill 2 cards, burn some damage, make 2 cards active in your graveyard. You could mill a Zephyros, you could mill a Plague Spreader, you could mill Dandelion, you could mill Spore, you could mill a Light and Dark to set up your BLS and Chaos Sorcerer and Dark Samorg techniques. But and if you mill a Zephyros, there's one more Gallus, there's one more Gallus play plus tuning options. If you mill Dandelion, there's 2 more tuning options. You mill Plague Spreader, tuning options, tuning everywhere. It's just great. But just right here, you could have an Orient Dragon, you could have a Brionac, you could have an Iron Chain Dragon, you could have a Leviathan Dragon, or you could have a Leviar. So good. And if you draw into 2 of these, or 2 of these, you've got plays everywhere. You have cards and options that, if you don't know how to play this deck, you're going to struggle because you're not going to see where your options are. You're not going to see what is going to be the smart play. You're not going to be the smart player that somebody else that knows this deck, like me, not trying to take credit from other people that may know this deck, but I'm just saying that I know this deck well. You're not going to see options. So if you want to play this deck, build it on Dueling Network and play it before October. You have a little over a month to learn to play this deck to its potential. People aren't going to see this deck coming. Like, I think that people are going to top. There's going to be like 1 or 2 tops in the next couple months with Monster Mash when it becomes legal. Like, I hope to top at my regionals. I'll be at the November regionals up at Seattle. If any of you are coming, hit me up. We can do a dual vid. We can hit each other up over there. But I hope to top with this. Like, I think I can. This deck has the potential to be tier 1. I believe it is tier 1, even though it's not North American TCG legal. This just makes things optional, and it makes your opponent frustrated when they draw into cards they don't need, which will be frequent. Their Reborn is going to be offline because a lot of the cards that you're going to put into your graveyard are only going to be deck beneficial to you. They're not going to be able to use Gallus. They're not going to be able to use Birdman. They're not going to be able to use Doom. Smorg, BLS, and Kiro Sorcerer will all be dead in yard if you didn't use them properly. I take that back. You can use Smorg because Smorg can be tribute summoned. Just stuff in your yard will be beneficial to you. It'll turn off so many cards your opponent wants to play. Heavy Storm, triple MST. It'll make them waste their Dark Holes. It'll make them waste their Fiendish Chains, their Effect Veilers. But if they max see you, like first turn, you're going to get pooped on. Just be wary. There's decks that beat this, and then there's just everything else that loses. Gravekeepers and Fissure, you kind of want to auto scoop. Just call it a good game on that. But I highly recommend playing this deck. Like, as soon as I have it made, I have it about 60% complete. I need a lot of high-end cards. I need Glow Bulb really bad. I need another Trag, I need another Caius, a Lila, and then I need 2 Leviathan Dragons and a Leviar. If you guys would be willing to take a look at my binder that I'm going to be uploading here shortly, that'd be greatly appreciated. Hopefully we can work something out, but like I said, Monster Mash, sleeper deck of the format once it's legal. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know. I'll hit you guys up later. YuGiOh Overdrive. Signing out till next time.